Hello and welcome to this week's BartenderHQ.com podcast. It's me, David Eden-Sangwell, back as usual, and this week we're talking about trade shows. This week I've been working at the BBC Good Food Show. We've been doing a few cool things with a new brand, and it's a great way to get your name known, so we'll be talking a lot more about that.
Welcome to the BartenderHQ.com podcast. Find us on Facebook and Twitter at BartenderHQ. Here's your host, David Eden-Sangwell.
This week I've been at the BBC Good Food Show in Birmingham. It's been an absolutely superb time, and I was working there with a brand called Minus 33. Now this is Minus 33, so it is a Juniper Distilled Spirit, and that was kind of the draw for everyone that we were talking to on the day. So obviously we're selling this spirit. We're sitting there on our stand opposite one of the big stages. We've got a great position, and our signs were up. It's normally £35 a bottle. We got it for £25 a bottle for the show, so a really, really good price. And the signs kind of say, not quite gin, which is really interesting. It kind of just draws people in, even though it's not actually telling them a great deal about the product. Now, a lot of people that were at this show were pretty well educated, to be honest. So as soon as they saw Juniper Distilled Spirit, they were like, so why isn't it gin? Which is a very, very valid question. And with Minus 33 from Loca Labs, the reason that it's not a gin is it's bottled at 33% ABV, so in Europe we're not allowed to call it a gin. I'm going to end up going straight back into my patter from this week and talking about the product. I'm not going to spend too long on the actual product itself because, fingers crossed, we should actually have Sam coming on the show very, very soon. I know we kind of arranged it in the past, and then dates have dropped through and things like that, because Sam himself has been super busy, and he is actually the distiller, so he's the guy that's actually developed the product, and he was the one that was there on the stand with me, so it was really cool to actually meet Sam and have a good chat with him and spend some time. So the reason that it's bottled at 33% is it takes away a big chunk of the alcohol burn and opens up a lot of the other flavours. So the flavours in it, you've got your juniper berries, obviously, is your base flavour. Then you've got orris root and angelica root, which gives the sort of really dry notes. Then you've also got licorice root in there, another dry flavour. But the way that the licorice root works is it actually gives it the smooth mouthfeel that you'd want. Then moving up, you've got your citrus flavours, so you've got coriander seeds, lemon peel, and dried bitter orange peel. And then on top, you've got two floral notes, so you've got elderflower and lavender are the two kind of floral notes that come through on top. And those are two notes that you would really struggle to taste against a stronger alcohol gin. So I'm going to continue to call it gin today. I don't want to go down the line of calling it a juniper distilled beverage every time, because a juniper distilled beverage and tonic is a tricky thing to say after 3 or 4 of them. But suffice it to say, we had a really successful weekend. It was very, very popular. We had a huge number of people buying not just one bottle, but a few bottles, whether to give it away as a gift for Christmas or a couple of people clubbing together. So absolutely superb, and had a brilliant time. Now, a couple of the things that I wanted to sort of dip into here is obviously with these new spirits, if you're a bartender that's not hugely established, these are the spirits that you are more likely to be able to get some sort of influence with. So for example, with Loca Labs, the first actual bottling with this actually came off the lines, I think, around about March this year, so it's not been on the market for very long. And as a result of that, the fact that I spoke to Sam down at the Imbibe conference, basically Sam had asked me to get to help him out with finding some staff for Imbibe, which we were able to do. Or no, it was a previous conference actually. It was one that was also at the NEC. I think it might have been the Good Food Show summer show. And essentially, so I'd helped Sam out with some staff. He dropped me a bottle while we were at Imbibe, which would have been one of the first ones off of their run, and really enjoyed it, to be honest. And because I'd had this kind of interaction with Sam, I think he'd found me through the website and through the Facebook page and that sort of thing. You know, we've been chatting since, and I've made a few drinks with the with the -33 over the summer for my son's birthday party. Obviously, it was his first birthday, so he wasn't having any of these, but we had a bit of a party, had some people over, and we were doing this -33 with a bit of lemon juice, sugar syrup, fresh basil leaves, and then topped off with tonic, and it was really, really refreshing. It was getting some really nice reactions out there, so a bit of a custom twist on the gin and tonic. And so yeah, all day Thursday and Friday we were offering out tastings, and the guys carried on over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. We were offering out tastings of the -33 at room temperature and neat. We'd also got some Fever Tree tonics there to sort of break it up a little bit for people, but the majority of people were actually tasting it straight, and there were very few of the gin faces that you'd expect. So we were going on about #gin face, which is that kind of weird face that people pull when they have a strong spirit, especially a strongly flavoured spirit like something like a gin. So we didn't have any of that. It was a really, really good response from people. People absolutely adoring the flavours. And I mean, we had a few people that were not so keen. I think it was mainly the lavender that was a little bit Marmite. So there were a few people that were not that wasn't their thing. But this thing's had some really, really good reviews already. So one of the top gin blogs has given it its top possible score, and that's great. I'm just waiting on a link to that from Sam, so we can post that up on the website as well. And yeah, it's a really nice spirit. I love the look of it. So as you can see, it's got a really kind of cool lab style label, and this is the other actual selling point that we didn't really focus on so much over the weekend, but we certainly had a few people come up and ask about it. 46 calories per serving, and that, with something like gin where you've got no added sugars or anything like that, that basically comes down to the alcohol content being lower. So all of your calories with something like this would be coming from the alcohol molecules themselves. That's why there's not a massive amount. So 46 calories per serving of this at 33% ABV. So that's for a 25ml shot. So we certainly had a few people that were definitely drawn to the stand by that. Then they tasted it, loved it, and bought their bottles. So I just wanted to say thank you to Sam for first of all for working with me over the weekend and give me the opportunity to work with his brand. It's going really, really well, and I wish him every success in the future. We'll be getting some cocktails up with -33 very, very soon on the website, because I've got a couple of bottles as a thank you from Sam. So we'll get some new drinks. If you've got any suggestions for what you'd like to see with these, I'd be really interested to hear them. And the other thing that I'm looking to do as well is the ultimate guide to gin and tonic garnishing. So the garnish makes a big difference to the tastes with gin and tonics. So what I would like you guys to do, if you can, is get in touch with the show. Either drop us a message through the contact us form on the website, leave us a voicemail message on the site, or tweet at us with a suggested garnish or a style of garnishing, or if you like your limes muddled in a gin and tonic, anything like that. However it is that you have the gin and tonic that makes it unique to you, let me know what it is, and we're going to try and do as many possible garnishes as possible in a single video. So I'm going to make all these drinks and give them all a taste, and we'll come up with some sort of a scale for judging the flavours that we get through from that. So if that's something that you want to see, if you're on the YouTube channel, give us a big thumbs up on the like button at the bottom there. So I won't make it a particularly long show this week. The other things that I wanted to mention, I had a wicked walk round and bumped into a whole bunch of people that I already knew from the bar community, put faces to some names that I already knew, and tried some great beverages. So there was some awesome stuff going around there. There was a wicked Turkish Delight flavoured vodka, like spirit drink, that was next door to us. Around the back, some of the Mozart chocolate liqueurs were tasting really, really good. King's Ginger, hello to Dan and Coral that were working on that stand. And yeah, it was a really, really good atmosphere. If you can get to any of these shows, if you can get to Imbibe, if you can get to BBC Good Food, if you can get to any trade show that's about food and drink in your area, whether you're in the UK, the US, in India, wherever you happen to be watching this show. In fact, I'd love to hear where you're from. Just pop in the comments section exactly where you are watching this. That would be really cool to know. just get to these shows, get to as many as you can, talk to the bartenders that are on these stands, find out how they got into those positions, because these are the most awesome places to network, to try some new flavors and to try some. I mean, there's certainly some of the food stuff that I'm really eager to kind of try in the cocktail context. There's always some really cool equipment that you can find. So there were some of the like awesome high-end blenders, like the ones that they use on the Will It Blend videos. They were there, and we got all sorts of stuff to look at. So there's always stuff, whether it's supposed to be bar related or not, that you can find that will be related and be useful to you in your bar work from day to day. Now, I just wanted to repeat that the Flair course is very much on the way. I'm just finishing off the filming at the moment, and as soon as that's all done and edited, it will be going live, as I say, to our mailing list. To anyone that's signed up and got the free 10 cocktails ebook, you will be getting an exclusive discount on launch week that won't be available to anyone else. So if you want to get hold of the Beginning to Flair course, please sign up for the email list now, and you will get 50% off the course when it launches. It will be for the first week only. It's not going to be something that's ongoing, but I just wanted to give you guys a chance to get it first and to get it at a better deal. So that's going to be about it for this week's show. As I say, a very quick one, as I used to say all the time. Last week's was a bit more of a marathon because I was going on about Dubai. If you enjoyed that as well, let me know, and we will talk some more of the stories from back in those days. But until next week, guys, join us on the Facebook page. The Worldwide Bartender community is now well over 1,000 members, so you can join that on Facebook. You can follow our regular page, which is where we're going to be posting up all the cool stuff. And also Stumbled Upon. We've just joined Stumbled Upon, and we got a huge amount of traffic from that today. It's been really crazy. There's a load of people that have been checking out the Incredible Hulk cocktail that we did when Avengers launched. So there's going to be some more of those themed cocktails coming as well soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And if you've got any cocktails you want to share with the community, just drop us a line, David@bartenderhq.com, and I'll see you next week.